The weather is getting cold and a lot of people are getting sick, including me. So we are going to learn about sickness. We are going to start with a short list of common sickness. 感冒 cold, 发烧 fever, 头痛 headache. Now let's start with some phrases. 你生病了吗? Or you can also ask this question as 你病了吗? Whichever is easier for you. To answer this, you can just say I'm having a cold. 我感冒了. Or you can add before your statement. Means yes. It's like an acknowledgement, kind of like a nodding in a sense. So you can say 我感冒了. Or you can say 我感冒了. Adding sounds like makes you sound more like a native speaker. This one is optional, so you can say with or without I personally like to use a lot. Next one, 我发烧了. 我头痛. 我感觉不舒服. After that, you can tell someone to rest well or to take care. Then you can say 好好休息. Or you can say 好好休息哦. Now this one sounds weird when you slow it down, so I'm going to say this in a natural speed. 好好休息哦. I cannot find an explanation for adding "or" at the end of a sentence. I personally feel that with "or" it sounds a lot more friendly, a lot more natural to me, but that it's optional. 好好休息 works just fine. Dialogue. 你怎么了? 我生病了。感冒吗？你这样子穿衣服不感冒才怪呢。可是这天气又不是很冷。The next section is the reason why I add the age requirement to this video. I usually don't teach this side of the language, but it's necessary to reduce the chance of embarrassment. So I'm saying the following phrases for educational purpose only. I'm going to give you the following characters. You, 你, have, 有, sickness, 病. And do you remember how to turn a statement into a question? Now, if I ask someone, how do you translate, do you have any sickness? A common response with very basic Chinese Mandarin would be a statement like 你有病, you have sickness. 你有病吗? Do you have any sickness? Now, that might sound totally fine to a beginner, but it's very incorrect. The reason being that 你有病吗? It's a rhetorical question, and it's not really asking whether you have any sickness. Well, in a sense it is, but it's more like saying, are you sick? As in a really negative way of saying, are you sick? Kind of like, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Type of sickness. So a bold statement would be something like 你有病啊, which is saying you're crazy, you're sick. It's not a phrase that you want to be throwing around when you're learning a language with a language partner or your teacher. So I'm teaching this for educational purpose. I personally get a little upset. The first thing a non-Chinese speaker wants to learn is how do you curse in a language. I would say I don't speak that language. That's how I usually get off the hook. So if you do want to ask, do you have any sickness, kind of like a doctor asking a patient, then the way how you want to ask it, 你有没有什么病? The next aspect I want to touch on is a cultural aspect. In China, a lot of people drink water by boiling the water first, and then put the water in a thermal bottle or just leave it in the pot. But the important thing is they boil first. And most people prefer to drink warm water. So when I was in China, I was drinking warm water. And after I came to the US, I've been drinking cold water. And I never noticed the difference until a few days ago. So I thought that's interesting. Do you drink cold water or hot water? 你喝冷水还是热水? With all that on the side, the next phrase is 当我感冒的时候我妈妈总是会提醒我多喝热水. Lastly, let's end with this phrase. 天气冷了，记得多穿衣服. The weather is getting cold. Remember to keep yourself warm. So that's all for this lesson. I hope it was helpful and remember to take care. Bye!